All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Be Connected, Be Involved session here for the 2020 school year. I'm very excited that y'all are here. Yes, please feel free to turn on your camera. We typically do this in person, and so it's really nice for me as a presenter to be able to see your faces. And this is probably one of the few times I'll get to see your faces this semester without our masks on. Or with if you have roommates or in a public space. This is good. All right, so we'll just get started here. My name is Elise Crow, and I work in our student engagement office on the Tempe campus for Barrett. So I'm a program coordinator senior with our office. I've been working with Barrett for 5 years in our student engagement team. And with that, I've been working with a lot of programming and events, some student organization stuff. If you have a peer mentor, I've been able to work with them. And so along the way, have kind of learned a lot about how students can get connected, how they can get involved. And so I wanted to share some of that information with you. I know this semester is going to look different than maybe you anticipated, but we are very excited for you to be here, and we have a lot planned for you. So my plan for this session is to kind of talk for 30 minutes or so, if that, and then we'll also leave it at the end for questions. I know y'all have questions. To tell you the truth, I'm not the greatest at Zoom, so feel free to toss your questions in the chat and I'll get to it at the end. But I cannot guarantee you that I am coordinated enough to multitask like that while I present. So we'll go ahead and with that, let's get started. So a little bit of what we're going to talk about today. First, we'll talk about what kind of events there are. And why would you want to go to an event, right? What does that look like this semester, and what's the point? Another way you can get involved besides events, I feel like that's kind of obvious, but another way you can get involved is by joining a student organization. So we'll talk about that. And then we'll talk about your Barrett support and resources. So this is a good slide as a reminder. You're getting a lot of information this week, and so this will kind of just help bring it back and give you some resources that you can reach out to throughout the year with whatever issues you're going through. So we'll start off with events. Events are an easy, low commitment way to try something new, right? It's a really great way to meet new people. They range anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours long, and most are probably around the 1 hour time frame. So in Barrett, we have about 200 events that happen each semester. Don't stress about hitting all these events. You probably won't be able to. If you do, let me know though, because I think that would be a new personal record of some sort. But we do have a lot of events going on, and the whole reason for that is we want for you to be able to experience something new, to find something that works for you. So most of these events this semester are going to be virtual. And or have a virtual component. So if you're zooming in from your house back in Kansas, or maybe you're from Hawaii, don't worry, you are not going to miss out this semester. If you're here on campus, you're also not going to miss out this semester. So we're really looking forward to the events that we're hosting. And just to give you a little kind of look into how we plan our events or why we plan our events, we have 6 different pillars that we plan events by. So a lot of thought goes into this. Yes, you're here as honor students. Y'all are very smart. Y'all are very capable and are really good in the classroom, right? But we really want to help you explore outside the classroom as well and kind of develop as a whole person. And so we program by these 6 pillars. And they're pretty self-explanatory, right? You've got your academic and professional enhancement events. Those are like your thesis workshops, your resume reviews. We've got your arts and creative expression. So we have DIY art nights. We're going to have a lot of think Bob Ross paint nights, but virtual, right? It's kind of really fun. You can do it from your room. We've got connections events, and these connect you to your peers. So something as fun as a virtual scavenger hunt, to connecting to alumni. Maybe you're interested in connecting with some Barrett grads. We've got our community action and service events, and this is a jam-packed pillar. We've got community service in there, sustainability initiatives, and civic engagement, which is very big given that it's an election year. We've got our cultural and experience and identity. And for this one, it's programs that educate, bring awareness, and celebrate the diversity in the Barrett students that we have here on campus. And then we have our wellness events, which pretty self-explanatory, right? We're talking healthy body, healthy mind. We talk about nutrition. We talk about exercise programs. We talk about how to de-stress. So we're really putting a lot of thought into these programs. So my encouragement to you here is to see if you can pick out maybe one program from each pillar this semester, right? That's 6. That's not too much of a commitment, maybe 2 a month. But try something new that maybe you wouldn't have initially gravitated towards. And then also, do want to do a quick plug. We also have travel programs that we do plan. So this year, they're on pause for the fall semester, but we have some great plans for the future. So there is that info session at 10 a.m. Plus, they just provide the best pictures for my presentations. So this is a couple students on a trip to Zion National Park last year. And I did want to add that in. Okay, so we talked about kind of what events we have, right? Why would I go to a Barrrett event? Why, I don't understand, like, besides free food, right, which happens at some of our events, but not all of them. Why are you heading to events? So the biggest reason, to be honest, is to meet new people. Right, you're in college, you are now on campus with tens of thousands of students. And so how are you going to get to meet people? Basically, besides kind of the typical, maybe you live in the residence hall, maybe you stop by or stay after class on your Zoom channel to talk to your folks in human event. Maybe you're in a club with somebody. An event is a great way to meet new people that maybe you wouldn't have otherwise met. So my tip on this one is don't be afraid to go to an event if you don't know anybody. First of all, way to go, all of you all, for being here. I am very impressed that, one, you woke up at 9 a.m. Like, it's going to become more of an accomplishment as the semester goes on, I promise. But my tip is to go to an event, even if you don't know somebody, right? That's kind of the point. The point is you may not know somebody, but you're going to get to know somebody. And so that's a huge reason why I recommend going to events and trying something new. Don't worry if you feel awkward. I'm going to tell you, everyone feels awkward. And we here are here as a staff to make sure that dissipates quickly. And hopefully you leave with a new contact number or someone that you can go ahead and reach out to afterwards of like, hey, what'd you think of that event? Or, hey, do you want to study later? So meeting new people is huge. This picture is from Dinner Down the Orchard. This is actually a Barrrett signature event at the Poly campus, and they have a farm-to-table dinner that is planned for the spring, so we are looking forward to that. Caveat, all of these pictures were taken last year prior to masks, so none of them are super accurate to maybe what it would look like in the future, but they are all Barrrett events, which is kind of fun. Another big reason that our students go to programs is to relieve stress, right? Y'all are honor students. You understand school can get hard, school can get stressful, and we are here to help you kind of take the pressure off. So maybe just why you attend an event is to just take a break from studying, right? You're like, hey, I see that on the calendar. I need a 30-minute break. I'm going to go to it. So whether that's a workout class, maybe a virtual therapy dog visit, we do have those every semester, or probably most commonly, like I mentioned earlier, our DIY art nights. I'd encourage you to try something new, try to skill. Personally, I am not super artistic in the craft sense of the word, but these programs are really for all levels. So even if you're not a master string art connoisseur, would highly recommend just checking out the events and trying something new. If anything, you have a good present to give your mom for Mother's Day. They still love that even when you're in college. Another reason is to build healthy habits, right? So you are in college now, the world is your oyster. Your sleep schedule is probably going to get all messed up. Your eating schedule, right? Everything's a little different. And so we're here to help you navigate that transition and to build healthy habits early on. I promise you, what you do at 18 will be very influential to kind of how you live the rest of your life. And building those habits now is really important. So this also goes in with the stress relief. So at Barrrett, we do offer a variety of different programs for both your physical and your mental well-being. And so things like HIIT programs, yoga classes, we've got self-defense opportunities, all of these will be done virtually this semester. And then, like I talked about, some of the nutritional aspects, we'll have sessions with a nutritionist where she'll talk about, hey, here's what should be on your plate. Like, ramen is great in moderation, but maybe if you're going to the Barrrett dining hall, what should you be putting in your plate and bringing back to your room that's really going to serve you beyond just the great taste of the gelato, which, by the way, I am very excited the dining hall's back open because our office is on campus and that gelato is a great afternoon pick-me-up. And then we talk about mental health, and we provide opportunities for you to build healthy habits there as well. So Barrett does partner with the ASU Counseling Center. We have drop-in counseling hours and opportunities for you to talk with the staff at any time. We do have the Dean of Students office here in Sage North, and we have representatives on each of the 4 campuses just to be able to help you through your transition to college with anything. So I do have slides more on that later, but we do take mental health seriously as well. And so we have opportunities to build healthy habits in that area. All right, another reason you may go would be to embrace diversity, right? This is from our Dia de los Muertos event last year on the downtown campus. It's in the beautiful Mercado building, which is relatively new to Barrett. And probably one of my favorite pictures, just because it's so colorful and fun. Like I said, this was last year, so it was prior to masks and social distancing, but we do have plans in the works to do a Dia de los Muertos celebration in a safe manner this semester. So it's still capturing the spirit of the tradition, just looking a little different. So as I'm sure you're noticing, Barrett has a wonderfully diverse population. So whether that's in background, academic, major, cultural identity, there's a lot of folks for you to meet, right? So my tip here is to go ahead, step out of your comfort zone and try something new, right? You just came to a university with tens of thousands of students from all over, not only the country, but the world. And there's a lot to talk about, a lot to learn from, a lot to experience. So my tip is to try something new this semester and maybe go to a program that you know nothing about and you come away and you learn something. Maybe you make a new friend there. So meet new people, learn about their culture and traditions, share your own culture and traditions. College is a great place to do that and a great space to do that. And so we will be providing programming to help you do that as well. Right. Another one, gaining a new skill. Like I said, y'all are honor students. You love learning things. So here we've got the Vista Theater, and this was a session with the T.W. Lewis Center. It was called Getting into Medical School. I'm sure just by actually here, I've got you all up here. By raise of hands, who plans to go to a graduate school after college? Med school, law school, other schools. My master's is in education, so that wasn't helpful. Okay, cool. Yes, thank you. I have videos too. Cool. Okay, quite a few of you. Don't worry, if you don't have plans to, I didn't either. And that does not need to be what you do. But I know a lot of you all are interested in that. And so we do a lot of programming around that. So don't worry. It's never too early to start. If you're a freshman and you want to come to these sessions, you are more than welcome to. And we'll put you in contact with alumni. We've got Cassie Sines, who's our internship and research coordinator, and she is wonderful, is willing to work with anybody starting early. So a big thing here, gain a new skill. I clearly am talking about professional development in this sense, but maybe that is the art night. Maybe you learn a new yoga pose and that is your new skill for the semester and you take it home and your parents are like, wow, you are a yoga extraordinaire now. I don't know what college did to you, but this is awesome. My recommendation on here is just try something new. Try something new. This is kind of a place where we have programs that don't cost you any money. And so try it new. There's nothing to lose except for maybe 30 minutes of your time. But in that, maybe it's just a good study break. All right. Another reason is to give back. Y'all actually looking at some of your applications as you come in, you all have a lot of community service on your resume. You are no stranger to giving back to the community, and that same spirit of community service is at the heart of Barrett as well. So here we have a picture from Service Saturday, and that's an initiative that every month we go out to a different local organization and we give back. Here's obviously the dog shelter. Why would I not include a picture of puppies in my presentation? So we've got a couple lined up for this semester. I think this semester actually we're working with the same dog shelter, but instead of going, we're going to be making toys for the dogs. So you can go ahead, take it back to your room or do it in the courtyard where you're making a toy. So the dogs will still love us. We just don't get to love them back. And so Service Saturdays is one good initiative. We've got blood drives. And we're looking at a lot of service opportunities this semester that you can do right from your own living room or dorm room. So recommendation here, try something new. If you have an organization you want us to partner with that you're like, hey, this would be really, really fun, feel free to reach out. Shoot me an email, shoot Kathy an email. We've got kind of information on the calendar as well. I see, there we go. I see Aubrey asked, where can we find this events, which I will get to in a minute. And Zane, one of our business peer mentors, responding back with that calendar. Thank you, Zane. But yes, there's lots of ways to find events. If you ever have ideas for events, feel free to reach out to any of our staff members. We would love to hear it, and would love to try something that you want to do as well. All right, and then professional development. So like I said, honor students, y'all are ready to get started early. My favorite is first semester students who come and say, hey, how do I change my resume? Wow, I did not even have a resume when I was 18, so I am super impressed. Y'all have LinkedIn's. Again, I'm not even good at keeping up with that now, but big buzzwords right now are professional development, and we do have a lot of opportunities for you to go ahead and get started early, right? So if it's intimidating, you don't have a resume yet, totally fine. We'll have workshops on how to build one. We have, this right here was a day where we had Barrett alumni come and just talk about their careers. And so it was like a career exploration day. No commitment, you just went around, you talked to folks, you heard what they were doing, got some free swag sometimes. So whether you're ready to like go get that internship over winter break, or maybe you're still figuring it out, we have programs for you. It's never too early to start, but then at the same time, don't stress too much if you're not there yet. It's okay. You don't have to have a 10-page resume at your second week of college. I promise it will come, and we do have resources for you to get that done. All right, so here, how do you find out about these events? Aubrey was ahead of the game. She had a great question here. The events calendar is going to be one of those reasons, and I did not even put that on my presentation. So thank you, Zane, for linking to it. That lives on our website. It's updated. We updated this summer, so you could actually add it to your calendar, which apparently was a big thing. So that's exciting. If you don't follow Barrett on social media, highly recommend you do. It's at Barrett Honors, and then we have campus-specific Instagrams that talk specifically about events. So would recommend following those. Super easy way. You're already scrolling through Instagram. Check out the stories, see what's happening. We do have the Honors Digest email, so y'all get that, right? Yes. Okay. Don't send that to junk right away. I'm telling you, it is a daily email that I actually have never wanted to unsubscribe to, and that's both when I was a student and now as a staff person. So it is an email that is chock full of opportunities. We kind of summarize it at the top so you can kind of see what's in there and scroll down to what interests you. But that is a huge way we advertise all of our events. That goes to all 4 campuses. Flyers, if you're around the complex, maybe you'll see a couple flyers up. That's just it's kind of fun when you're walking around and you've got the gray walls, but then the flyers are kind of up and about and telling you what's happening. We also post those flyers to social media. And then newsletters. We do have a couple newsletters this semester you can sign up for, and those will be posted on the Honors Digest for you to sign up for. So we think we have a community service one, an arts one, and one more that I can't think of, but if you check your Honors Digest, it will be in there. So newsletters are a great way. Maybe if you live in the complex and you're engineering or business or Herberger, you get your peer mentor newsletter. Information will be sent to you. I think there's a lot of information to be sent to you. So just kind of find the method that works for you to get that information, because maybe some of you use social media, maybe some of you are like, no, I love email. And that's whatever works for you, I would recommend going that way. Oh, look, I had a social media slide. Here we go, Barrett Honors. Y'all, we have all these platforms, right? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you expected that. We have a Snapchat. Tomorrow on our Instagram, by the way, plug, we will have first day of school frames, so feel free to use those. We've got a YouTube, LinkedIn. We have a Barrett Pinterest. Side note, there are some awesome, like tasty type recipes. We call them Barrett Eats and Treats, of recipes that you can make either in the Vista dorms once you move there your second year, or in your dorm room. So highly recommend these. They're kind of fun. Okay, so beyond events, I've talked a lot about that. Let's talk about student organizations, right? These are some longer term commitments, typically, maybe more than your 30-minute commitment. Like I said, a lot of y'all were involved in high school, so you are no stranger to getting involved in clubs. And guess what? We have got plenty of clubs for you here at ASU to check out. So we have over 1,000 clubs and organizations, and those are ASU wide. Those range in a variety of topics, right? You have got interest clubs, you've got service clubs, you've got clubs that work with kids, you've got clubs that have to do with your academics. I've heard there's a taco club, which like sounds like a really great interest group. I think we're all interested in tacos. And then we have 30 that are Barrett specific clubs, right? And so these clubs are geared towards the honors population, and they were created by honors students who were like, hey, I see this need in the honors community. So those are across the 4 campuses, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to find them. So can I get a thumbs up if you all have seen Sun Devil Sync or heard of Sun Devil Sync before? Okay. Yes, I'm loving the variety of like thumbs up this way, thumbs up on my screen. This is great. I can never find the participation buttons in time, so I'm always a screen thumber upper. Okay. So well done. For those of you who already find it, I see a few haven't. So Sun Devil Sync is the platform that is where we host all of the clubs at ASU. So this is kind of what it looks like. This is my homepage. You'll see at the bottom my memberships. Those are clubs that I have joined. And so as you start to join clubs, you will kind of see them as an easy access. But here in that search bar, you can go ahead and search any organization. So once I clicked on the search, or I clicked on organizations up here in the top left corner, you can go ahead and search by categories. You can search by keywords. I would recommend checking out the Barrett category. So these are going to be program or clubs that are specific to Barrett, and here's kind of where they start off. And this is a fun way to get involved. I also am going to plug Engage, which is happening tonight. So that's from 7 to 9. So in the past, this was a very large in-person event. To be honest, I got a little claustrophobic. I'm very excited to have this online. Imagine 1,000 clubs in the fitness complex. It gets crazy. So this one is nice because you can actually cater your own experience. So you'll be able to go to booths tonight. They'll have a Zoom room. You can kind of hop in and talk to folks that are from that organization. You can watch a video. You can get linked directly to their Sun Devil Sync. I think this is going to be a really great experience. So that's tonight at 7. And I'm sure you have information about that. But if not, the link is on the screen. But beyond that, Sun Devil Sync is that great, and I'm gonna go back, is that great resource. Maybe you missed that event tonight. Don't worry, Sun Devil Sync is there all year. So you can go ahead and click join an organization, or if you're not sure if you want to join, you can go ahead and email the president and say, hey, I'm interested. When are your meeting times? I see they're not posted. Great way to kind of get connected and learn more. My tip on organizations, and this is a big one, is you don't have to find your perfect organization in the second week of school, right? Sign up for as many clubs as interest you right now, and then if it doesn't click, and maybe these aren't your people, that's okay. You don't have to go to all the club meetings. You can kind of stop going. But sign up as many as you want, and then maybe next semester you find a completely new club, or maybe your sophomore year you start a new club. So what's nice about this is you don't have to feel committed to everything right away, and kind of get your feet wet. They're used to that. They know, the student organizations know that you're just kind of looking for a community that fits you. And I don't know, maybe you do join 5 clubs this semester, and next I know I see you as the president of the Barrett Honors College Council next year. So kind of take it easy. Don't put too much pressure on it. The clubs will come. How do we obtain tickets? Okay, let's see. Tried to register for Engage and get a ticket, but said I have to activate the event. That is a great question. If anyone has had success in registering, could I have you pop in there? And if not, I will go ahead and check on that, and I can email you guys afterwards, because I am not entirely sure. Let's see. Okay, people are having the same issue. Good. Okay, if anything, I will look that up and I will follow up with an email. Does that sound good? Cool. Okay, so utilize your support system. This is a big one, right? We talked about events, we talked about organizations. You still may have in October, you're like, hey, I'm still not feeling connected. Guess what? That is okay. I called my parents in October of my freshman year, telling them that I was having a quarter life crisis, and that I had no friends and I didn't know how to get involved. So don't worry, that's normal. My dad took it very seriously, which was very nice of him. And then kind of gave me some advice, and I ended up reaching out to my CA and getting connected, but it's totally normal to feel kind of overwhelmed, I think, especially given the circumstances. But guess what? We have a lot of support for you here. And here's just kind of a page of a little bit of that. So faculty, right? Faculty are going to be your professors. You have your honors faculty, who is your human event professor, who's excited for their first human event class this week, who's got class tomorrow. Yes, all right, it is going to be great. You're going to love it. It's one of the greatest classes. So your honors faculty are here to help. If you have any questions, even if it's not related to class, they are equipped to support you, and so feel free to reach out to them. They may be the most familiar face you have on campus, and they're happy to help. Academic college faculty, so maybe that's your business professor or your biology professor. They also understand that it's a hard semester, and so they are here to help as well. We've got honors faculty advisors, and those are folks that are within your major, and they're faculty members, but they are around specifically to help Barrett students, so it's fun. Maybe they're a professor in chemistry and they are the top of their field. They have volunteered to work specifically with Barrett students, so they're a great resource too. If you're on campus, student leaders are huge, right? Your community assistant, I'm sure you've already come in contact with them. They're that really enthusiastic upperclassman that lives on your floor, and they are just a Barrett student just like you. Maybe they were a freshman last year, and they're here to kind of give their advice and to help out. So recommend reaching out to them. If you are engineering or business or Herberger, we've got peer mentors who live on your floor, and they are also upperclassmen here to help. I saw Zane pop into the chat earlier, like I said, business peer mentor. We've got Barrett staff, so that's my office, and we've got our Barrett Dean of Students and her whole team. So we've got Dean Rendell and Dean Herman here, and they are here specifically to help students and are available just an email away, and are a wonderful resource of knowledge there. We have your advising staff. So who's met with their Barrett Honors Advisor yet? It's only like day 3 on campus. Okay, totally okay if you haven't. Actually, it's probably best you haven't. They're probably like, don't all come in at once. But you will meet with them this first semester and this first year, and they are a great resource too. They're specifically for Barrett students. They understand the issues you're going through and are the most helpful people in the world. And then we have engagement staff. And so if you see me walking around campus, say, hey, Elise, I came to your session. I even turned my video on, and you will be my new favorite person. But that being said, we're here full time. My job is to help you get connected to your experience. So if you're having trouble with that, feel free to reach out at any point and say, hey, I'm having trouble with this. And either I can help you or I can refer you to someone who can help you better. So all that's to say, don't hesitate to reach out. It seems scary. You're like, I don't know if I want to send an email. I don't know if I want to bother them. Never bothered. We are never bothered by a student email. In fact, if you include a funny GIF in it, I'll like it even more. But feel free to reach out. ASU staff members, we're here to help you. And if we don't know the answer, we're here to direct you on. So you've got a lot of support. Oh my gosh, totally forgot that picture in the background is staff. So see, we do have fun sometimes. This was at a camp that we had for out-of-state students. But yeah, we are here to help you. Don't stress. Anything that you may need help with, we've got you there. And then I'm finished with my presentation. This was the first day of class last year, so we've gone to ICE. So fun fact, if you are on campus or living at Vista, we have our first day of school treats tomorrow. It's gonna be Kona ice, shaved ice, because it's like 180 degrees outside, and this is the only thing we can give you that won't melt immediately. But we'll be handing that out tomorrow afternoon. If you check our Instagram, you'll kind of see where we're at what time. And that is it. I'm going to go ahead and look into the chat. Oh no, it looks like we have a lot of engage issues. That's good. I will look into that and email y'all. But thank you. Otherwise, thank you for coming to this presentation. I am very, very excited that it is finally here. Fall is here. We have been waiting for you all summer, and so very happy you're here. And yes, thank you. Have a good rest of your year. Oh, feel free to type your questions in the chat. So official presentation's done, feel free to hop off if you got something else. But if you do have questions, turn on your video, put them in the chat. Would love to help you out. Let's see. Jesus asked if there's a way we can get in contact with Barrett graduates that are now in graduate schools. You know what? We do have events that are around that. So sometimes we'll invite back like lawyers or med students, and we have alumni. Our alumni office works with that. And so Yes, we will have those events. I don't think we have anything particularly scheduled, but those events are a good way to meet somebody and then follow up afterwards with, hey, I saw you on the Zoom call. Would love to chat sometime. That would be good. Can we schedule Zoom meetings with me? Yes, 100%. Go ahead, give me an email or shoot me an email down at the bottom, and would love to set up a Zoom call with y'all. Best way to get involved in the Barrett Student Government? Oh, good question. So our Barrett Honors College Council is our student government within Barrett, and they are a great group of students, of student leaders. So they actually will have some openings for leadership positions. I think we've got a director, an assistant director of advocacy position opening up, and then a diversity and inclusion director. That information, Honors Digest, first of all, will be big. And the second one, go ahead, shoot me an email and I can connect you with their president. They will also be at the Engaged event tonight, given that we can log on, it seems. They'll be at the Engaged event tonight. They're called Barrett Honors College Council. They've got reps on all 4 campuses. They just proposed a cool committee structure this year. So if you're interested in, I think they have a curriculum committee, a Barrett improvements committee, and a civic engagement committee. So if any of those 3 interest you, they are proposing ways to get involved, and that information will be on their Sun Devil Sync and on the Honors Digest. Let's see, what else am I missing here? Okay, signed up for Sparky's Day of Service today. Where do I get the bags to decorate? You know what, Emily? What college are you in? Like academic college. I know Barrett did their Sparky's Day of Service Monday technically, but I know it was also weird this year where they kind of handed out the bags differently. So if you...
I'm in engineering college. I just thought it was for that today, so I was just wondering.
Yes, that is a great question. Let me... And you're on... It looks like you're on campus, right? Man, you've already got your dorm room decorated. Real cute. Okay, perfect. Let me see and follow up. Let me follow up with your engineering peer mentors. Actually, they may know. Good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else? Man, some of y'all have virtual backgrounds. My computer is not capable for virtual backgrounds, so I'm sitting in a conference room, but I see Jonah here with his background and I'm feeling very jealous. Oh, just any help? Yeah, see, that's what I'm worried. Esme got her bag for decorating when she moved in, I'm assuming. All right, we'll find you a bag, Emily. We got this. All right. Perfect. Well, have fun this week. Have fun, stay safe. And feel free to reach out. Thank you for coming. And have a good rest of your day.